Hey, welcome back to the channel. Hey, if you are new to the channel, housekeeping first as always. Be a friend, tell a friend, go hit that subscribe button. And as I mentioned in the other video, if you're feeling frisky, let everybody know. I greatly appreciate y'all. Also, go check out my cousin Kevin Hurd. Link is in the description. He does all the music, he makes it, plays it, produces everything. He has his own content and stuff like that as well. But he does everything for the channel. The link is in the description. Go check him out. He's got multiple different platforms. You've got Apple Music, Spotify, things like that, as well as his YouTube channel too. But go check him out. I will have this video labeled as well, just titled for sections, in case you guys want to skip forward, anything like that. I mean, I appreciate y'all watching the whole thing if you do. I'm gonna try and keep this as simple as I can, have a little bit to cover. It's been a while since I have pushed out a full review video, as well as giving you guys kind of an update on our plans. We have a few things in the books that are scheduled here for still. We've got a little bit more time left in July. We've got August, we got September and October planned out right now. So anyway, first things first, I will go ahead and tell y'all, hey, look, I greatly appreciate y'all. As far as any of the fun stuff like that for this YouTube, I'm a straightforward guy. I will always shoot you straight. I will go ahead and let you know that these funds, they go towards exploring, as far as paying for the gas, the staying overnight, riding at these different locations. So we're not those type of people that are gonna go out and buy new bikes, stuff like that, and give you, full-on reviews right now. It's not a get-rich-quick type thing with YouTube, man. I'm sure a lot of people know that. But it's just to pretty much get out there, explore, meet a lot of you folks. But what our plans is, as it continues to grow, to reach a little bit further out. As far as right now, obviously we're on the East Coast. We've got a lot of northeast, we've got some northwest, we got West Coast folks, we got guys that are all the way down south that want to end up riding further than we are. So that's what this goes towards, is just us being able to do that, as we do hold full-time jobs. So we do still work, full-time jobs and can't just, do this full-time. But regardless, I appreciate every single one of y'all. It means the world to me. I didn't think it was gonna actually go this far with just starting with, the 250F. I knew there wasn't a lot of content out there, which is the reason why I wanted to start this. I grew up around bikes, so this was something awesome. Bike's awesome, and I will tell you, we do have another bike in store. Like I said, the channel, nothing like that is paying for it. We have got, it's gonna be a two-stroke. I will go ahead and tell you. We are not replacing this bike, by the way. We still actually have a few things planned for this bike as well. So you'll just have to stay tuned for that. It is coming up very soon. I'm not gonna tell you exactly what it is, but we are changing a couple things. The one thing I will tell you is that it is not gonna be the suspension right now. I absolutely love that. But anyway, we've got some plans. I'm gonna spit them to you right now. So, as far as our plans, and I am also gonna give you guys a review of everything that I've got updated with this bike to date, since it has been, like I said, over a month since I've told you guys what's going on with this thing and where I'm dialed in at. So, first things first, our plans. We have a Buffalo Mountain trip coming up. Hopefully, if the weather holds out, this week. Probably I-81 as well, I-81 Motorsports Park. We've got that one as well. And then, but as far as our big ones, we have got August. We are going back to Cub Mountain, but this time it is gonna be just Carrie and I. My son, he is gonna be back with his mom, and he couldn't ride a lot of the single track right now. That was his 4th time on the bike, y'all. He also has a channel as well. Link is in the description too. I'm just pumped that he just wants to, share his riding and stuff like that, and kind of as he progresses and grows. He's 10 years old. That was his 4th time on the bike out. It's a 2006 Suzuki DRZ 125. I actually bought it brand new about 18 years ago? I don't know if my math is right. I bought it in 05. It was 06 model. So anyway, something like 18 years ago. That was one of the first brand new bikes that I had ever bought. It actually was the first brand new bike. But anyway, he's still learning and stuff. He's getting pretty far, as quick as he has been. He used to race quads and stuff as well. Got him started on those when he was 5. So anyway, we're getting there, but we're gonna go explore Cub Mountain, the single track. That's gonna be our primary focus. It's gonna be Carrie and myself. If anybody else would like to join, you're in that area, hey, let me know, let's link up. We also have, let's see, in September, the first weekend of September, I believe that's Labor Day weekend, we're gonna be going to Highland Park. We were invited back out there with those folks from Georgia, so we are gonna go ride and tear it up in Highland Park. After that, and in October, we are going to be hitting up with the Cumberland Trail Riders and their annual ride that they've got going on. They do a lot of enduro, hard enduro, things like that, dual sport. So anyway, we've got a big ride with them. It's gonna be a whole weekend event. So stay tuned for that as well. And we do have some miscellaneous rides, of course, in between as well, just with September, you know, and October, things like that. So don't worry there. And I will also have the footage for what we have in store for this bad boy right here, because that is still coming. So regardless, we're not ditching this. We're keeping the 250F close in pocket, and I love riding this thing. I started out on 2-strokes when I started racing. I raced at 85 when I was a little kid, and anyway, just want to try giving me another one. Nothing too big. Not going to tell you guys what it is yet, nothing like that. We're still working on it, still trying to figure out exactly which one I'm going to go with. But regardless, that is going to be another thing added to the channel, so you guys will get to see a lot more of that stuff. Jumping into a little bit more of harder enduro with that. The CRF250F, man, I will go ahead and tell you. We will jump right into the update on it, but dude, this bike, it is extremely underrated. I promise you that it can do a lot of things. If you do your mods correctly and all, I mean, you can do, you know, as far as like blipping and things like that, you can do it with 250F if you're skilled. I'm not saying I'm a professional by any means, but I've still been able to, you know, blip and get over things. But regardless, y'all, let's jump straight into this review. And I will kind of just let you guys know where we're sitting at. So hang tight and let's go roll. Alrighty guys, so as you've probably already noticed in my other video, I've got my other videos out, man. Hey, if you guys haven't checked them out yet, go ahead and go check those out. I go over a lot of stuff in detail as far as what I've got done, how I did it. I do a lot of the installs and stuff on this thing. But anyway, starting from the very beginning, I have my Mica metals, my 1 1/8 handlebars, oversized. And sorry the bike's dirty, by the way. I was riding yesterday here just with the kids. But regardless, Mica metals, 1 1/8 CR high bends. As well as, of course, you know, your adapters. I've got my Tusk D-Flex. Y'all, these things are amazing. I have smashed this into so much stuff, laid this bike over so many times. Well, not really laid it over, but ran it over straight into the ground. And man, these things are just fabulous. But anyway, that's what I'm running up here. Your Pro Taper, your pillow tops, which, yeah, I busted them up a little bit, but anyway, Tusk Olympus bag, that was amazing. I have a video that's actually getting ready to come out of just the mini fails from Cub Mountain and all, and those came in handy for one of them, you'll see. Moving on over, this is just in the order that I did everything in, guys. So anyway, like I said, I know it's dirty, but I do have my Renthal Ultralight. Is a 51 tooth, 1 tooth over stock rear sprocket, just for a little bit more bite and torque. I also have the Guts Racing seat cover. That thing is phenomenal. I love it, y'all. I mean, you stay planted to that seat. If you're not standing up and all and you fall back on that seat, you are staying planted, no sliding off. I have got the upgraded, just the kickstand adapter itself, which that just really makes it so that your kickstand sits, you know, up high, doesn't really get in the way or drop. I have got the CRF, the 230, oversized. They're oversized foot pegs for the 230. Slight modification was needed for those. It really wasn't anything big. If you check out my other video, I'll tell you exactly what it was. The elephant in the room, I do have the full Yoshi RS2 exhaust system. I also have the Hyperlite Moto, the EJ kit, or excuse me, the Hyperlite Moto airbox, the full system, the full kit. So it's got the bigger filter and all, it's got the scoop and all with it. So anyway, I've got that installed on it as well. I did run the airbox mod. You can see that in another one of my videos, and I did not crack it all the way freaking open like some do. Anyway, like I said, different ways to do things. But then I also do have the EJK tuner. So my current settings on this, which I know, like I said, it's been a little while. My current settings are, my first setting, I'm running at 3.5. My second and third, I am running at a 5 even. That's just with my elevation where I'm currently sitting. So that's what I run. Now, as far as suspension goes, I am running as far as the fork extenders. Here up top, I've got the full install video, how to do those, as well as the BBR front fork springs. Those things are amazing, y'all. I've only bottomed this bike out probably 2 or 3 times with having those in there. I did not run a heavier oil either, and I knew it was gonna bottom out because of what I did, and I knew it was way too much for the bike just in general. But that thing is amazing, y'all. This thing floats on these trails. So another thing I've got going on as far as suspension wise, I do have the BBR heavy duty rear spring. That is amazing as well. It does not buck me like a Bronco. It floats through the trails. It's absolutely amazing. I've also got the Corona linkage as well as the little cleat there at the end of the shock. I've got that on there too. Now I did make some adjustments because I had it sitting at the highest setting for that Corona linkage. I did change that. I ended up putting it on the lower setting, and I'll tell you why in just a second. So like I just mentioned, I've got it sitting at the lowest setting. Reason for that being is the bike that we are looking at getting, two-stroke wise, it is currently sitting at 0.4 inches lower than even what this is sitting at right now. So for those that may not know, the suspension ended up raising the bike 3 total inches. That's just seat height. My ground clearance was sitting at just a hair over 14 inches. So anyway, I dropped it down just a hair, which surprisingly with the linkage, it only dropped it about a ½ an inch. Because like I said, I do have that cleat and all on there. Now where I'm running my rear spring is the collars. So I am sitting 1 inch below the very top threads on your rear shock. That's where I'm sitting at as far as adjusted wise on this thing. It's perfect for me. I'll go ahead and tell you, I'm about 160, 165 pounds. I'm 6'1". This setup is perfect for me. This thing is an absolute monster. I mean, it's just a tractor in the trails. I've ridden with folks that have anywhere from 150 two-strokes to the 250s. I've even ridden with 300 two-strokes. And I promise you, this bike keeps up. This bike absolutely keeps up and just kills. So I love it. The bike is extremely underrated. But regardless, y'all, that is all I have got for you guys right now. I think we have just about covered everything for the time being. I do have the fail video. It's a mini fail video. It's really not that long. And luckily nobody broke anything. It's not huge. Like I said, it's not some people running their stuff, up mountainsides, trees, stuff like that. Oh, minus maybe Carrie in the video. But regardless, a lot of the stuff, man, it's way steeper than what it looks like on camera. But regardless, I've got that, just little entertaining bit there for you guys. And we also have some other footage. Like I said, we will continue to push out here to you guys. But to wrap things up, as always, y'all, I appreciate you. And don't forget, be a friend, tell a friend, and please share this. I appreciate every single one of y'all. We'll see you next time.